Today I'm going to show you how to make a join for activity 132, number 8, the pin slider block. I clicked on the little plus at the bottom left to make a new drawing. Now I click on the part, so you choose the part. Now the view that it's going to give me, that's a better top view than a front view, so I'm going to click on this where it says front, and I'm going to change that to bottom. That's the way it's going to give me, that's a better front view, so I'll click that as a front view. Now, there we go. That's a better top view, so that gives me a good top view. Now notice I'm on the projected view by default, so if I click on the front view, now I go to the bottom, it's going to give me a bottom view. Okay, I want to add a right view as well, so I'm going to click on the front view and then click on the right. Here it's going to give me a right view. And now I'm going to click on the front view, and I'm going to go up at the top, and it's going to give me an isometric view. Oops. I'm going to do Control-Z to delete that one. I'll just hit click on it and hit delete key. There we go. That's a better. Oh, hit escape. Okay, I'm going to click back on my projected view. Click on projected view, and I'll make an isometric one. That's good for an isometric view. I'm going to hit escape to get out of the projected view, and I'm going to right click on my isometric, and I'm going to show shaded view. And I'm just going to move it down here so that way it's on the page. Now, you see I've got two views. I only need one. I'll delete one. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and right-click on the front view, and I'm going to show hidden lines. And I'm also going to do the same in the right view. I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to show hidden lines. There are no hidden lines in the top and bottom views, so I really don't need to worry about that. I'm going to click on the center mark, which is the plus, and make a center mark in the top view and also in the bottom view. Next, I'm going to go ahead and choose hole call out to dimension the hole. I'm going to click on the hole's drilled from the bottom, so I'm going to put my hole call out on the bottom. I'm going to click on, there we go. That gives me the size of the hole. I forgot to put hidden lines in the bottom view, so let me go ahead and fix that. Let me right click and hit escape to get out of my hole call out. I'm going to right click the bottom view, and I'm going to show hidden lines in my bottom view. Next, I'm going to show you how to make the chamfer, how to do chamfer. Now, when Onshape makes a chamfer, it does it incorrectly. No, not the way we made it, I should say. So I'm going to click on Drawing Properties here. And I'm going to click on this next one for Dimensions. And I'm going to change it. It's going to go ahead under Chamfer Dimensions. It's going to do, if it's a 45-degree chamfer, which is what I did, it's going to do it as a length and an angle, but we want it a length by length because that's how we made it. So now when I do my chamfer dimension, it'll do it correctly. So to make a chamfer dimension, now I'm going to click this down arrow under dimension. I'm going to choose chamfer dimensions. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on the chamfer. And then I click on the side next to it. There we go. So it gives me 1.25 times 1.25. Okay, and now I'm going to click. Now I'm going to double click on that number. And now at the end, after inches, I'm going to type space uppercase TYP. What that's going to do, and then I'm going to click out here. What that does is typical means that all the chamfers on that document that look like that are going to be that. So that will specify that all the chamfers are the same. I'm going to do, next I'm going to dimension this fillet. So I'm going to click on the down arrow for dimension and choose dimension. And I'm going to click on the fillet. And it gives me a radius of 0.25. And now I'm going to double click that, and I'm going to add that space TYP again. So that means it identifies both chamfers as being, or both fillets rather, as being the same. Now I need to go ahead and add all of the dimensions that I need. So I'm going to choose D for dimension, and I'm going to click the top and the bottom. So that way it gives us the total height. Ooh, before I forget, I want to go ahead and do edge to end center line. So I'm going to click on the two hidden lines for the holes. There it adds a center line. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Same thing in the right view. Okay, so now we've got our center lines. Okay, now let me go ahead and continue with my dimensions. D for dimension. I'm going to specify the width in the top view. I'm going to specify the distance from the edge to this block. I'm going to specify the width of, or I guess it's probably the depth of this block that we've got on top. I need to specify the width of my block overall. I want to specify the location of my hole and the edge to my hole. I also want to specify from my hole to the edge in the Y direction. So I've got the location of the hole in the X direction as well as in the Y direction. I need to specify the height from here to the top